Have you ever used any of the following statements or words or phrases when you're delivering feedback to your students, asking them to be more critical, analytical, reflective, theory-led? Have you ever asked them to be less descriptive? Have you ever asked them to provide more depth? What all of these words have in common is that you know exactly what you mean when you use them, but a student might not do. They can actually be interpreted as shorthand for academic jargon. There can be empty signifiers that the student knows that they're important somehow, but isn't quite sure what they mean. And a really good little task for this one is next time you're in a classroom, ask your students all to write down the answer to what does it mean to be more critical? Because there's going to be many, many different answers in that room. Some of them will say it's about having contrasting views. Others will say it's about critiquing. Others will say it's about incorporating multiple sources. There's many, many different interpretations of all of these words. And you want to be laser clear and laser focused when you are using one of them, that you can really help a student to understand what you mean. So if we're lucky, when we use this shorthand, if we're lucky, the student will understand what we mean. But more often than not, they might either misunderstand it and then disengage, or even worse, they could actually misinterpret what we mean. So it's our responsibility to decode and to expose some of the hidden meaning behind those words. So this tip is really a reminder that when you're reworking through the feedback that you've given on a script, when you're rereading it, look out for some of these particular words that you're using, some of these buzzwords that you're using, and then take some time to rephrase that. Use it as an opportunity to help the student to see what you mean by criticality, to see what you mean by analysis. So, for example, you might say, instead of be more analytical, you might say, to demonstrate analysis, this paragraph could incorporate literature to support XYZ point. ABC paper provided in week 5 seminar offers a good example of this. So you can actually use that first part to be more analytical, to say, here's what analysis actually looks like, and here's how you can get better at that skill. So you're both explaining the word and you're also giving the student an opportunity of how to practically improve on that as well. And you can help the students to also, when they've done something right, when they've demonstrated a skill correctly or the way that you would like it seen by your marking criteria, you can also use this as a learning opportunity for them to articulate, this is good criticality because, this is good reflective word because. So this tip is a reminder to catch yourself anytime you're using any of these academic shorthands, and to use that as an opportunity to decode and expose the hidden meaning behind those words, so that students are actually able to use them as an opportunity to jump off and do even better next time.